Hi, my name is Daniel Sanscartier. I'm the CTO at Orangutech and the lead transformation architect on the SharePoint to GCDOCS cluster working group. I'm here to present to you an overview of the presentation we would like to do to the CIOs. So our title for this presentation is GC Cloud Collaboration Productivity Enhancements through Information Sharing. So a digital doorway to open government. So we had different incentives to move to a cloud environment, and the end objectives were as follows. So we were looking at from within each organization to be able to communicate with other organizations and share and collaborate on documents, and also from an external partner collaboration aspect to be able to promote documents for collaboration or for sharing on a SharePoint online environment so that they could be shared out of the protected intranet infrastructure that we have. Digital tools to achieve Canada 2020 goals. So we're looking at doing things like document co-authoring, email sharing, document approval, and evaluation comments and so forth to be able to provide a full collaborative environment from within SharePoint and store those documents in GCDOCS. We're also looking at end results such as improving response to a tip request by having a centralized environment in which you can find all the information that is necessary to be included in a tip request. A hybrid cloud solution, it's really the most practical way of going to the cloud. We have to recognize that you cannot move to the cloud and move all your information over in the cloud, so we must have a hybrid situation. For example, right from the get-go, GCDOCS living on premises on the SSC/DC means that we need to set up a hybrid infrastructure in order to be able to read those documents from within our cloud environment when it comes to the document management system in SharePoint. So we're mixing on-premises information as a service and software as a service together to present a single platform. It's not an environment where users have to decide where they want to go. They will go to one centralized area and would have access to all this information on all three platforms that are hooked up together already. It's important that we provide a secure private cloud platform for GC organization document management systems, and that can be built more effectively on an infrastructure as a service environment right now. It's going to migrate eventually to a SaaS, but we believe right now that infrastructure as a service is the best means of achieving this now. Access to GCDOCS on premises, I've already discussed it. Integration of on-premises structured data. So there's a lot of data that live in a structured manner in databases and so forth. So to be able to read that information, we don't expect to be moving those databases to the cloud, which means that we need to have a hybrid environment in order to be able to access that information. SaaS is better suited for external partners and public cloud, so we're looking at external partners to be on SaaS, so another reason why we have hybrid. And documents with a higher security restriction beyond a protected B will need to live on premises on the SSC/DC, so therefore we understand that some documents will need to be read solely from the on-premise environment, which means that we must provide a hybrid environment. So this is an outline of the environment that we've been working on from a POC perspective. The top layer deals with the GC-wide portal. So we're looking at an environment where all organizations members, users can go in and can find information that has been published out to them so that there's a free-form exchange of information. We're looking at the infrastructure as a service for the secure document management environments that are hooked up to the GCDOCS environment in here, so that documents are stored actually in the GCDOCS repository in the SSC on premises, while you can access those documents in the cloud. And we have the SaaS environments that are already available when it comes to Office 365 environments for all the GC organizations that would be extended to provide external partner sites to collaborate and exchange information on those sites while remaining making sure that these sites remain secure at all times. Integration with GCDOCS and the GCIM practice. So our main objectives here are originally to integrate SharePoint and GCDOCS is really to increase GCDOCS adoption and better leverage current GC investment in the OpenText platform. So we're looking at through different automations in SharePoint to ensure that we move those documents in an automated fashion down to GCDOCS and not leave it down to a user decision to say, I will save it in GCDOCS. It will be transparent to the users. They will find documents and they don't know if it's in GCDOCS or it's not. And those documents are going to be pushed down as records based on, for example, a manager approval of the document. Once the document becomes a read-only document, it would be stored automatically in GCDOCS. So we'll see a massive adoption of documents in GCDOCS. We should see a much larger percentage of documents being moved down in the GCDOCS repositories. Ensure that core TBS and EPMO IM rules are fully implemented GC-wide. So that allows us to set up some golden rules for the IM practice to ensure that those are implemented. And we guarantee through this platform that our retention disposition schedules and so forth are always going to be applied from a GCDOCS perspective. SharePoint is not there to manage document from an IM perspective. Promote document collaboration and information sharing in a secure manner through SharePoint with integration in GCDOCS. That's the aspect of SharePoint. So why SharePoint is in the picture is for collaboration, working with other members of your team, with other organizations to build up that document. Once the document is complete, it is stored in GCDOCS. So the collaboration side is SharePoint, and the IM side, when it comes to the life cycle of the document, is in GCDOCS. So one of the things is that we're looking at these organizations with sites that already are being fully fleshed out. So we've designed an architecture that we will be able to present to you in our presentation that is going to facilitate the onboarding, because it's going to be a decoupled architecture so that the organizations can put up their sites in here, and with a little bit of work from PSPC, it will be hooked up to their repositories in GCDOCS automatically, and we're ready to go, as opposed to be doing some heavy lifting when we're doing the migration from their on-premise to the cloud. Security is a big aspect of cloud. We're looking, we've already done a full ADFS synchronization with SSC DCAD. So we're looking at doing full single sign-on implementation when it comes to the cloud. The private infrastructure as a service cloud integrates securely with SSC DC. We have no DMZ, no public IP endpoints when it comes to the infrastructure as a service environment. And our objective is to obtain full security accreditation on infrastructure as a service up to protected B. Let's just finish by talking a little bit about our project to have more perspective. So the SharePoint to GCDOCS, a cluster working group, has been going on for 18 months now. We've built 3 POCs, one at StatsCan, one for agriculture, and the last one done for PSPC, proving the SharePoint to GCDOCS integration to AGA, demonstrating multi-tenancy in SharePoint, infrastructure as a service, SaaS, and presenting a model, working model for doing synchronization with the AD on the SSC EDC, in this case in the SSC lab. Our project is will be awarded the 2017 CIOC Community Award in the category of Excellence in Community Development. That's going to be presented at the DPI Gala in Ottawa in May. And in transitioning from a cluster working group to a full service implementation. We would really love to be in front of the CEOs to present our findings and to be able to collect information and feedback from all the CIOs in one place in order to further direct our aim when it comes to building this new service. So hopefully we'll be able to do this presentation. I thank you very much for your attention, and hopefully this will happen soon. Thank you.